I will begin this by answering what is apparently a burning question to a lot of people. No, I will not make a BitChute channel. I've been getting a lot of comments lately asking if I'll switch from YouTube or branch my channel over because of demonetization or fears that COPPA will hit me or any other number of reasons. And yeah, YouTube has a lot of problems. I already have a SoundCloud as a backup if the worst happens. It's a little outdated because it lacks scheduled uploading, and I upload over there in bursts. And there are a number of other better alternatives. So why, specifically, do I not want to use BitChute? Well, that's largely because it is a site designed to cater to a large base of far-right and alt-right conspiracy channels, up to and including Nazis, white supremacists, or whatever new term they've chosen to come up with for themselves so that they can pretend that they aren't Nazis. Every time this gets brought up, people argue and say it's just free speech, or it's just people being edgy, or it just happens to be where the alt-right went when YouTube started kicking them out, but it's not the site's fault. The people who try to make these arguments are ignoring that attracting these people was BitChute's goal. While you might not be able to find statements of that, the timing of its release, 2017, during one of the earlier conspiracy channel purges, around the time that Alex Jones was removed from YouTube, and the official Twitter the site runs that explicitly retweets and promotes white supremacists and climate change deniers, should be enough to prove that this just isn't the case. There are any number of articles noting the horde of conspiracy channels. It's notable enough for the Southern Poverty Law Center to describe the site as being a hosting site for hate-fueled material. Advertisers refuse to advertise on the site due to its harmful political bent, and while they theoretically allow direct transactions to their creators, most payment processors will not associate with the site for the same reason. I have no wish to be associated with anything of the sort, and if I were to move my channel or branch my channel over there, I would be allowing myself to be associated with that kind of material and making it easier for my viewers to fall into the trap of watching those videos with so much more of them close at hand. Some people might think I'm overreacting, but I would like to share that it wasn't all that long ago that I came really dangerously close to joining the far right around the time I was in late middle school, early high school. A lot of that came from YouTube channels that I watched that started to drift from whatever their initial focus was to including more politically charged content, usually very anti-left material. One example was a now deleted channel that I was a fan of called Top Hats and Champagne. I got into that channel through a series that made fun of factually incorrect arguments about the console wars and the whole PC versus console mentality. But over time, the channel started expressing views and shouting down people over what it called SJW beliefs. On many occasions, it shared a widely used fake study regarding crime in regards to race. This study was supposedly conducted in the US sometime in the 90s, but no such study was ever actually conducted, and its results are still presented by many as fact as a way to promote racism with a supposed factual base. At the time, I simply accepted it because it was being presented by a person that I trusted. that had always used facts and real articles beforehand to debunk tech myths, so I was just ready to go along with it. I'm lucky that I never went as far as joining an actual hate group. But that's how many others wound up in groups like that. I was lucky to have friends around me who were, without even knowing it, pulling me back from that ledge. Not everyone has had that same safety net, though, so I'd like to close this out by saying that if you or someone you know has fallen in with a hate group, there is a way out. And I urge you to consider contacting Life After Hate, a US-based nonprofit dedicated to helping people leave violent extremist groups behind. There are equivalents in many countries, like the exit programs in much of Europe, but I'll be linking to Life After Hate in the description because most of my viewers are American, going by YouTube's demographics. If you are not in need of help, but want to support the cause, you can donate to them as well. And they absolutely need it after their chance at a federal grant was cut by the Trump administration. And if you've decided that this is me getting too political, then you're welcome to leave. I can't stop you, and I won't stop you. Many writers, musicians, and others have promoted political messages since their mediums existed, and there's really no difference if a YouTuber chooses to use their channel to support their own beliefs. And this is my channel, not yours.